Apple opened its first retail store in India in Mumbai on April 18, followed by another in Delhi 2 days later. While the first day sales in Mumbai store was reportedly over 10 crore rupees, the Delhi store also received a similar reception with more than 6,000 footfalls on day 1. Now, less than 45 days on, each store has a monthly sale of around 25 crore rupees, according to a newspaper report. That's a big number considering it's more than twice the revenue of other electronic stores in the country during non-Diwali period. Despite the fact that the average selling price of Apple devices is higher than its peers, so far these numbers have exceeded all expectations. Let's understand the factors that played in favor of Apple's own stores in India.
It's been long coming for Apple. And it's no secret that Apple's store experience is famed, retail experience, right? So both in terms of availability of the products, availability of the SKUs, the variants, the ambience, the experience of purchase, the knowledge of the staff, the support, so on and so forth, right?
Experts believe the rise in purchasing power of Indian middle class played a crucial role in Apple Store's success. However, its most popular offering, the iPhone, is still an aspirational product in India's price-sensitive market, where more than 95% of devices run on Google's Android platform. So, what's the catch here?
If you were to look at smartphones retailing at 1 lakh and above, this is a segment we call as Uber Premium, we saw a stupendous 208% year-on-year growth in this particular segment. So there is a strong premiumization which is happening, increased ASPs at play, and which is providing an opportunity for smartphone brands such as Apple and Samsung to provide feature-rich and technologically advanced devices to consumers.
But how does the success of Apple's own brick-and-mortar store impact its resellers? While some resellers believe the new stores will add to the momentum of demand for Apple products, the most affected would be the ones in the vicinity. After 9 years of service, one of Apple's premium reseller, Imagine, shut shop at the same place of its Delhi store at Select City Walk Mall.
It's actually an opportunity for Apple resellers to enhance the experience of the consumer in their own stores, because in the shorter term there'll be cannibalization and they'll go to that store. But I think it's for the catchment area. I think not everybody can go to one. I mean, Apple will not have 10 stores in Delhi and Bombay, right? So they would have to go to other cities as well, and 2 or 3 stores in these cities in the next 2-3 years. So Apple, I mean, in such big cities, Apple resellers will still maintain their client in that catchment area. It only gives an opportunity to enhance it, and I think it's a good opportunity for them to actually lure some of the consumers from online or large format retail to Apple resellers that I can also give their experience. I would see it as an opportunity in the longer term. Shorter term, yes, there might be some sales hit.
At present, China generates about $75 billion a year for Apple, making it the tech giant's biggest sales region after the Americas and Europe. On the other hand, Apple India's consolidated revenue touched an all-time high of slightly more than $4 billion in the financial year 2022. Apple follows an October to September fiscal year. Its overall sales in India from October 2022 till March 2023 have touched almost $6 billion. Notwithstanding the impressive numbers, Apple's own retail stores are likely to face competition from brands like Samsung and OnePlus. Earlier this year, Samsung announced the opening of 15 experience stores across 9 cities of India. The existing OnePlus store can also give the tech giant a fair bit of competition on the retail front.
The next competition, at least in the devices space, I'll not say laptop space, but at least in the phones and the watches and earphone and everything else, in that premium space is Samsung only. OnePlus has had this store. OnePlus store experience is great and people know that. But Samsung in the next one, Samsung has its own store in Bangalore. That's their own store. They control the experience. It's a fantastic store. I think what it'll do is it'll push brands like Samsung to actually open more such stores like Bangalore or Poira House. it will certainly push the competition to do that. At least in the bigger cities, we will see that where brands, as I said earlier as well, where brands would love to control the experience and really showcase the entire range of products which are there, even if sales is not the primary thing, which will obviously will be, but one of the things is experience of the purchase and availability of everything when it's launched, and that Apple cannot afford not to have that, and Samsung will be pushed to do that as well.
Company insiders hint at Apple's plan to open more stores in other cities of the country, riding on its success. Despite the initial enthusiasm, replicating the China story in India may be a tough task. As Apple is increasingly looking to drive growth in India, the success of Tim Cook's bet on the country will also depend on price strategy and challenges from the competitors.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
He's moving from employee to employer. Business Standard.